this week's 90s child.
Thanks, Caitlin. Look, before I start talking about the toy, the fabulous toy which I brought in tonight, I just wanted to talk about our outfits and James Jerry, who was on the show tonight, because I know that you're a bit of a fan, and I was a bit of a fan growing up, and so we've dressed up, especially for James, well, not for James, but, you know, as a tribute for the occasion. Thank you. And so if we could just talk about your outfit and what was the inspiration behind that.
Yeah, well, the contestants on Amazing wore similar attire to this, with the overalls, the name tags, as I've put on, protective gear for their elbows, and often caps as well. And yeah, so it's a bit of fun and it's very distinctive of the show. Yeah. And Saturday Disney, obviously, what you're wearing today.
So Saturday Disney, so James mentioned that he was the host, well, as we know, host on Saturday Disney, and that was his first sort of TV appearance. Yeah, and Saturday Disney was a big thing for my brother and I, running to the TV at 7 o'clock, God, those were the days, early, on a Saturday morning to, watch Saturday Disney. So that's my tribute to James. But how did you feel about when you pulled out the key?
I nearly had a heart attack. I really did. And I could hear it through the comms. Everyone in the control room on crew was very excited as well.
It was a very exciting night. So someone we grew up with, so just awesome to have him on set tonight.
Definitely. So what have you brought today?
Well, what I brought, so a bit of a tie-in. So I brought in the Game Boy, which is a favourite toy of mine growing up in the 90s. And turns out it's funny when you do research on the toys you grew up with, because it turns out, if you look on Wikipedia, this one that we have is actually one of the first models of the Nintendo. Look how chunky and thick it is. But I think it's gorgeous. Like, you know, it's big and chunky, not like sort of little mobile sleek phones anymore. But there's just something about it that just brings back a lot of nostalgia. Yeah, the Nintendo, which later models were actually, they made prizes on Amazing. So this is the pocket. Hand it over so you can have a look. Since James was generous, let us hold the key, and let you hold the Nintendo Game Boy. But yeah, so Game Boy was a very popular game in the 90s, and over the course of the 90s, it went from being the chunky thing that we see here to they had some transparent ones, which are pretty cool, and they got sleeker and sleeker, and yeah.
Remember those transparent ones? I always wanted one of those.
Yeah,
very cool.
I really like those ones, especially doing the research now, like wouldn't mind getting one yet. So it's a shame that this one doesn't work. Probably be a good incentive for me to get on eBay and get one that does. But yeah, just a little game from the 90s, and I know I never really got past Tetris. Did you play Game Boys?
I did. I didn't have one, but Tetris was the game.
Yeah, all the way.
Definitely.
And so Game Boy, that's this week's toy from the 90s.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Cheryl.